Long live Nipsey Hussle the Great. Lauren London will reportedly receive $5.6 million from Nipsey Hussle's estate for their son and 50% of the rapper's Marathon Clothing Company. Nipsey Hussle estate finalizes its accounting on Wednesday the 1st. Nipsey Hussle estate for 4 years after the tragic rapper's death in 2019. According to documents obtained by RO, the estate reports to have over $11 million, including several bank accounts with funds totaling $5 million. Other assets reportedly include 100% membership interest in All Money Inc. worth $2.4 million, 100% interest in Marathon Studios, 100% interest in the Marathon Touring worth $600,000, 100% interest in the Marathon Clothing Inc. worth $271,000, and they estimate the trademark to be worth $900,000 basically. And the actress Lauren London, who is the baby mother of Nipsey Hussle's 7-year-old son Cross, will reportedly receive half of the remaining amount. Nipsey Hussle's other son Imani is set to receive the other half. In addition to receiving money from Nipsey Hussle's estate, Nipsey's brother Black Sam revealed back in March that Puma still puts money in a trust fund for the rapper's children. XXL has reached out to Nipsey Hussle's for their team comment. That's a good, man. Shout out to the whole Marathon Clothing, the Marathon Continues, Black Sam, Nip, BH, Kabi, all the people that I didn't mention as well that helped bring this to the forefront of what it is now. Rest in peace to the legend himself. And then on top of that, it's good to hear that all the things that he worked hard for is going to his children. You know, for someone to leave Earth in such a gruesome manner, to get some kind of grace out of it is a beautiful thing. And being that I met Nipsey's mother one day, it was the craziest thing. Like, I met her while I was Instacarting, right? Like, I was doing orders, and I was in a Sprouts in Hollywood one time, West Hollywood actually. And so I have alopecia or whatever, right? And then so this day I'm working, so I'm not really wearing a hat. I don't got a hoodie on. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm getting my hours in. I'm clocking in. So anyways, I'm walking, and then as I walk by, a lady looks at me and she goes, "I love your hair, son." And I said, "Thank you," which was weird because it wasn't weird, but it was strange because I have dyed my hair, and I dye my hair to cover up the spots and stuff, right? So she was like, "I love your hair, son." And then I couldn't understand it. I was just like, I don't. And then I just walked around the store, like I kept, scanning items and shit like that. So I didn't really think much of it. But at the time, it was just like, so like, wow, thank you. Like, it changed my whole trajectory of thinking. Cause at the time I'm stressed out doing my little orders or whatever. And obviously, when you have a hole in the middle of your head, it's an insecurity you face, regardless of who you are and how much pride you have. And the fact that was what she said, like, I didn't like your smile. I get plenty of compliments on my smile, this, and that, skin color. She was like, "I love your hair, son." And I did not know this was Nipsey Hussle at the time, Nipsey Hussle's mother at the time. We're just walking in passing. And I said, "Oh, thank you. Have a blessed rest of your day." Continue to do my little rounds and stuff, getting items and produce or whatever. And then we meet again in the aisle, and I take a closer look at her, and I'm like, "Oh, that's Nipsey's mom." And so I mustered up some type of courage, strength to walk closer to her, and I'm like, "If you are who you, this swear to God, wallahi, word for word, I was like, if you are who I think you are, thank you so much for bringing him into this world and raising him the way you did, because without him, it would be much harder for like Africans like myself who draw a lot of inspiration from what he's accomplished. It'd be much harder, or wouldn't have a bank of inspiration to come from, and then being able to relate, even though he is a Crip and comes from a different culture. You can see it when his dad talks. You can hear it, and just seeing like, damn, his facial features, and understanding like, wow, that man's African like me and was able to accomplish this. But to summarize, I'm like, thank you for everything you've done, and I'm so sorry for your loss. And she's like, "Oh, don't need to be sorry. He did his he served his purpose." That's what she said. She's like, "He served his purpose." And the way she said it, like, I'm like my whole energy's down and like low and sad. I'm like, I'm so sorry for you. Obviously, this wasn't too much longer after. There's probably a year, so it's always gonna be an open wound. But it was a very fresh wound at the time. But her strength was just like, oh no, don't worry about it. He's fine. He did his purpose. He's with God now. I'm like, you can kind of see where at that moment in time I was like, damn, this makes a whole lot of sense. Like the strength that she had, and just for her being able to console me, she was really like, oh man, that is a beautiful human being. Just the fact that she was like, I like your hair. I never knew, like, we walking by each other. I have my cart. She, no hide, no nothing. She said, I love your hair, son. I said, oh, thank you so much. Have a blessed rest of your day. But the fact that, like, it sounds corny, but I'm like, in my head, this is how I see it. I'm spiritual and all that stuff, right? So I'm like, damn, like, how could she see, like, that's the one part of something that really messes with me, you know, because so much of our identities is deep in, is rooted in our appearance. So the fact that, like, that's what she complimented was like, damn, that's beautiful. Like, that was just beautiful moment to me. So, but yeah, back to this. Went on a whole different direction, man. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing to see the fruits of his labor get passed down to his children, and they got his genetics. So eager to see what the beautiful things that they'll accomplish in this lifetime.